I am not really prepared to do this, but I have no choice. Yes, we're actually reviewing
In short time, your fate will be sealed, Superman.
64. First, let's do a little history.
But there's no time to waste.
Superman was a great heroic DC character that's been around since the 1930s. He's had lots of famous crossovers of the Justice League, I think. And then later on have live action and movies of him. Most likely sequels, which are two of the only good ones. Third and fourth weren't so great. And then a couple of years later we get new video games. The NES one, that's also not great. And then in the early 90s we get the Super Nintendo ones that were actually pretty good. And then another couple of years later we get Tactus. It's Superman 64. Oh yeah, there was Commodore 64. It's just a flying Superman game. Fast forwarding a couple of years later, and they had to celebrate its 20th anniversary of suckage. This is Superman 64 for 1999. As everybody knows that this game really sucks. First of all, the controls feel awkward and broken. And yes, you can tell all you do in the game is fly through rings, apparently, and pick up cars. You'll be thinking this is going to be the entirety of the game, right? Wrong. After finally seeing the entirety of the gameplay, hey, there's more than instead of flying through rings. Reason being the time limit. There's no checkpoints, which is pretty bad. Oh yeah, and also glitches. The basic plot is about Superman saving the world from Lex Luthor, that traps Superman's friends. Lois Lane, which I forgot to mention is the main antagonist throughout this series that always wants to get rescued by Superman. Jimmy the reporter. And whoever the other third character is. And you are trapped inside a video game. And then you're forced to go through all these rings and pick up cars. Also, you have to save people from bad guy criminals or a tornado that will instantly kill them. This game does have minor problems. For instance, Superman has long health and go away. Go away. I'm trying to review a game here. As I was saying, and this game really has problems. Not only that it's like one of the worst for 64 games, And Superman can't die. Unless you get further into the game and you have to fight some criminals that can shoot him. And there's Darkseid, the main boss. And yep, he's easy to take down and send him to custody. So yep, the main supervillain gets thrown in prison. That's super strong. Then Superman just falls over like piles of sticks. That is pretty pathetic. Superman does have laser eyes. He should use and ice breath to stop Lois Lane from walking towards danger, which is the only way to keep her from getting hurt, or you'll start all over again. I'm fast forwarding this, so unlike Dark War John 1, not again the entire review or the gameplay really long for like 3 or 4 videos each. I had to make this one nearly 10.5 minutes long. As we already know about this game being bad, there's just not much else to say about the music being bland. The graphics do relate to the TV show, which is a pretty good thing. In that we got a Superman TV series, which I did not explain that much.
Then there's no time to waste.
The bosses are just pretty weak, including Superman fighting Parasite, which is also pretty easy. And guess what? More flying rings, and they can actually move. And you're chasing Centaurs, one of Minions, which is also part of the Superman series. Which I also forgot to mention, Superman is a Kryptonian, and not a human being, but from a different planet. That his planet exploded because of the nuclear reactor. Oh yeah, not to mention they were going to do a PlayStation 1 that's actually more better, but unfortunately that game got cancelled. Instead, we're stuck with the 64 one. Because I heard the PlayStation 1 is actually pretty good. You get different costumes, different outfits, and different areas. And not going through rings. But unfortunately, this is all we got. A half game that's all you do is go for rings, pick up cars, and fight off a few baddies here and there. It's kind of a shame that this game is really, really terrible. You can try to beat the game without using cheat codes, but I don't think anybody wants to play this game ever again. On how unlaughably bad this is. And it's been a while since I had to talk about a terrible game, and everybody reviewed this game already. But if you want to play a good Superman game, stick with Superman Returns for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, or on the Wii if it's on there. It's kind of a shame that a pretty good superhero will go through all these darn rings. Not to mention this game is really glitchy and all sorts of that meaningful stuff. And what you get from all your troubles and doing all these missions and helping people. And once you get to the very end of the game, well, you get this. Yes, the game just ends there, and Lex Luthor actually wins and laughs. This game gives you, like the Angry Video Game Nerd says, the middle finger salute. It's unbelievable that this game really sucks. And it should not even exist to be on this earth at all. It's kind of a shame that this game could have been good, but no, it's just awful. Awful programming, awful animation. Everything in this game is just terrible, terrible, terrible. There's no animation budget at all. And yes, you'll have to get used to hearing Superman saying there's no time to waste every time he says it. It'll get old real fast of him repeating the same line over and over again. It's kind of a shame that lots of superhero games and ending in the ones on the N64 in 1999 end up to be this bad. So do yourself a favor, do not buy this game. If you want to have a worthy challenge to beat this game without losing or out cheats, means I would stick with playing with some good Superman games, probably the Lego ones. I do mean the ones with him in it, that's actually playable and good. So I guess Superman 64 hurt to be one of the worst games out there. A 2 out of 10. It's just bad. It's just horrible. It's just not really a great game at all. It'll get boring real fast, real quick. So thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. So again, do not buy this game. You'll be wasting your time with it as much as most likely me that played it when I was younger. Or because of horrible broken controls. Also, it just ain't that much of a good game at all. So, see you then, folks.